Welcome to Hello English Teacher. Today let's look at the extract based questions from the chapter Law Spring from class 12 English. If you are watching my video for the first time, please subscribe. You can listen to the explanations of chapters from classes 10, 11 and 12 English. And don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload a video. Let's move on to the video now. So, Law Spring is written by Anis Jang. Today we are going to look at the second part of the lesson, that is titled I want to drive a car. So, here is the first extract. I will learn to drive a car, he answers, looking straight into my eyes. His dream looms like a mirage amidst the dust of streets that fill his town Firozabad, famous for its bangles. So, let us see the questions. Question number 1. Whose words are these? Mukesh, Sahib, Mukesh's brother, Sahib's friend. So, it's about the boy called Mukesh and it is Mukesh's words. So, second question, what is his dream? To make gold bangles, to become a motor mechanic, to work in a tea stall, to help his father. So, his dream is to become a motor mechanic. So, question number 3, what is Firozabad famous for? Glass blowing industry, glass making industry, car industry or slums. So, Firozabad is famous for its glass blowing industry. So, let's look at the next question. What are most of families in Firozabad engaged in? Rag picking, bangle making, working in factories or working in garages. So, the answer is bangle making. Most of the families in Firozabad are engaged in bangle making. So, next question, why was his dream a mirage? What do you mean by mirage? Kind of an illusion. He was too poor to achieve it. He was not serious about it. He did not work for it. He never had a dream. So, the answer is he was too poor to achieve it. So, let's look at the second extract. In dingy cells without air and light, that the law, if enforced, could get him all and those 20,000 children out of the hot furnaces where they slog their daylight hours, often losing brightness of their eyes. So, let's look at the questions. Question number 1. What are these dingy cells? Houses of the bangle makers, shops owned by the slum dwellers, hutments of the Dhaka squatters or prison cells. So, we know that the dingy cells are nothing but the houses of the bangle makers. So, what is the meaning of dingy? Dingy means dark and dirty. So, let's look at the next question. Why are the 20,000 children working in poor conditions? They have to listen to the poor parents. They are all child laborers. The parents are ignorant about the law against child labor, all of the above. So, it is all of the above. So, these children are working in poor conditions because mostly they are ignorant and their parents are also ignorant and they are immersed in poverty. Okay, question number 3. What is meant by slogging the daylight hours? Work only in the night, working for very little time, working for free, struggle persistently during the daytime. So, slogging the daylight hours means struggle persistently during the daytime. So, question number 4. What is compared to the hot furnaces? Their homes, their shops, their classrooms, their factories. So, it is their homes that are compared to hot furnaces. So, next question. What is the result of continuously working in the day? They become free at night, they lose the brightness of their eyes, they get a lot of money, they get a lot of food. So, the answer is they lose the brightness of their eyes because they are continuously working even during the daytime. So, let us look at the next extract. Can a God-given lineage ever be broken? She implies. Born in the caste of bangle makers, they have seen nothing but bangles in the house, in the yard, in every other house, every other yard, every street in Firozabad. So, let us look at the questions. Question number 1. Who is the she mentioned in the above lines? It is the narrator. Is it Mukesh's mother, Mukesh's grandmother or Savita? So, it is Mukesh's grandmother who is talking about the lineage. So, question number 2. What is the God-given lineage? Is it rag picking, bangle making, selling vegetables or begging? So, it is bangle making which is the God-given lineage. So, let us look at the next question. Why are bangles all over the place? People know only bangle making. Most of the families are engaged in bangle making. Even children indulge in bangle making, all of the above. So bangles are everywhere because all of them are engaged in bangle making in Firozabad. So question number 4. Who is born in the caste of bangle makers? Mukesh and his family members, Sahib and his family, the narrator or the middleman? So we know that it is Mukesh and his family members who are born in the caste of bangle makers. So question number 5. What does the word lineage mean? Is it caste, work, ancestry or trade? So lineage means ancestry. So ancestry means the line of descent. So let's look at the next extract. She will then become a bride like the old woman beside her who became one many years ago. She still has bangles on her wrists but no light in her eyes. So let's look at the extract. Number 1. Who is the she mentioned in the first line? Is it the narrator? Is it Mukesh's mother, Mukesh's grandmother or Savita? So the she mentioned in the first line is Savita. So Savita is a young girl who is going to be a bride one day. So let's look at the next question. What happened to the old woman many years ago? She became blind, she was a bride, she got educated, she went for work. So many years ago she was also a bride, that is the old woman. So question number 3. Who still has bangles on her wrist? The narrator, the old woman, Mukesh's grandmother or Savita? So here the narrator is talking about the old woman who still has bangles on her wrist. So let's look at the next question. What do you mean by no light in her eyes? She can even see in the dark. She has no light at home. She has become blind. She cannot become blind. So she has no light in her eyes means she has become blind. So question number 5. How did she lose the light in her eyes? She was working in the dark and dingy rooms. She had to look at furnaces for a long time. She had worked throughout the day also, all of the above. So we know that the answer is all of the above because all of these reasons she has lost the light in her eyes. So let's look at the next extract. Even if we get organized, we are the ones who will be hauled up by the police, beaten and dragged to jail for doing something illegal, they say. So let's look at the questions. Question number 1. Who are the they mentioned in the above lines? Mukesh and his family, Sahib and his family, Savita and her family, or some youngsters in Firozabad. So the narrator was talking to some youngsters in Firozabad. So it is some youngsters in Firozabad who say that, who are mentioned as they in the first line. So the next question, what should they organize? A meeting, a party, a cooperative or a political party? So they were supposed to organize a cooperative. So that is what the narrator asked, why don't you organize a cooperative? That means form a group. Why are the youngsters afraid of organizing a cooperative? They will be beaten up, they will be hauled in, they will be dragged to jail for doing something illegal, all of the above. So the answer is all of the above. So they are afraid of everything. So they cannot join together and fight for their rights. So question number 4, why should they organize into cooperative? To be able to do other business and make money, to stop the lamentation of the elders' complaints of poverty, to able to be dream something bigger and better. So all of the above. So if they join together and form a cooperative, they can do something else as well, and so that they can earn money, and at the same time they can remove the complaints of their elders, and they can also achieve something bigger and better. So question number 5, what is lacking among these youngsters? Leaders, direction, poverty, motivation. So we know that they are lacking leaders. They need leaders who would lead them in the right direction. So let's look at the last extract from this lesson. I want to be a motor mechanic, he repeats. He will go to a garage and learn, but the garage is a long way away from his home. I will walk, he insists. So let's look at the questions from this extract. Question number 1, who wants to be a motor mechanic? Mukesh, Sahib, the narrator or the youngsters? So we know that it is Mukesh who wants to be a motor mechanic. So question number 2, How will he become one? One means how will he become a motor mechanic? He will go to a garage and learn. He will buy a car. He will work in a garage. He cannot become one. So the answer is he will go to a garage and learn. So let's look at the next question. Question number 3. Why is he willing to walk? The garage is nearby his home. The boy wants some exercise. His dedication to become one compels him to walk. He wants to escape work. So the answer is his dedication to become one compels him to walk even if the garage is far away. So question number 4. What is the speaker's dream? Here the speaker is Mukesh. To drive a car, to become a motor mechanic, to own a garage, to fly a plane. So we know that his dream is to become a motor mechanic. So the last question from the extract. I will walk, he insists. So what does this tell about Mukesh? His dedication, his ability to dream, his ability to think differently. So, and the answer is all of the above, because it tells us about his dedication, about his ability to dream, and at the same time his ability to think differently from his family or tradition. I hope you liked this video. For more informative videos, do subscribe to Hello English Teacher. Like, share and give your valuable comments below. Thank you for watching.